It's IdoNotes episode number 125, a review of the Lotus Connections client for iOS. This is brought to you by Instant Technologies and Instant Integrity Archives. Look them up at instant-tech.com. Welcome everybody, it's another IdoNotes episode. This time, episode 125, we're going to take a look at the new Connections client for the iPad, iPhone, whatever, iOS is what it is. They've updated it a little bit. And we're going to take a look live in just a screen in a second. I want to tell you, you do have to be connected. There's no offline mode per se that I saw involved with it anywhere in the settings. The number of accounts you'll see in a minute is kind of limited, which is surprising with the number of silos we've talked about before and the number of connections communities you may be part of. So we'll take a look at that. But let's get over to the demo and take a look exactly what goes into it and walk through some of the hits or misses inside of it as well as what it can do for you here. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring up the screen real quick for you. As you can see, we'll click on the icon. We'll bring that up. Easy enough. It's going to ask you, and I'll focus for you. It's going to ask you, what do you want to connect to? Well, you're going to get a couple choices here. You're going to get your company server and Greenhouse. So we're going to go to Greenhouse to make life easy. Pretty easy to see. I'll type in my username and my password for Greenhouse. It'll bring up the normal prompt for the keyboard. No difference there. So as it loads up, there you go. Welcome to Connections. So we're in now. They have an actual welcome splash screen, which is pretty cool. It'll do a little demo for you. You're able to swipe through everything. It'll show you a little bit about what you can do, the communities, how you slide the screens left and right to do certain actions on top of them. Kind of cool. How about your contacts? So they give you a good little demo, which is nice to see. A lot of times they throw you into the app and you're not sure what's going on. Things like updates, things like that. It also tells you about a couple settings you have in there and adding new accounts, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, what you can do with those. And it says tap below, we're ready to go. So now we're into the interface. We'll move around in a minute in the screen, but as you can see, down the left side's navigation. Right there in the middle is pretty much the status updates. There's not a lot you can do. I brought up my own account so you can see. We'll zoom down. So you can switch or add accounts. The funny part was, you can see my existing account here. I want to add again, it's the same screen. So it's your home server and it's Greenhouse. That's it. Not too exciting there. So let's go back and look through the UI. I'm kind of disappointed there's not more accounts that are located in there. There's nothing we can really do about it though at this point in time. So you can see the status updates that are there. You can scroll through. It's very responsive. It's also cached that pretty much pulling down from the web. You can see the navigation. So if you click on things like add a comment, very small tiny box, kind of hard to click on to get it to go. Once you do, you can type inside of it. No big deal. Cancel out. It's just tiny to get to. A little surprised it wasn't a little bit bigger or a little more ability to work with. Everything else, you can sit there and tap away. And guess what? There's really nothing else you can do. You can tap all you want. There's no other actions. So we're going to go to Profiles. We'll take a look through Profiles. It's going to bring up by default your own network. As you can see, once again, you can jump by letter if you want to. Pretty easy to get through. Scroll through everybody that's in there. So you have the option to go through. Now, I was curious as to when I started working with some of these, besides their titles, it's what they put in. There's no pictures. So there they come. Took a minute to cache. I thought at first we weren't going to have any. It took a moment to get them there. So once they're there, you're ready to go. We'll choose one. I was surprised at all the white space that you see. Huge surprise to see all the white space. I'm not seeing any status updates. And I thought maybe it's just that person. What are my options? Well, I could share them. I could refresh. Let me try refresh. Nothing. So I said, well, maybe it's the person. Let me try somebody else. So I grabbed another one, slid it over. Same thing. And I probably could have done this a few times till I found somebody that worked. I'm guessing that area should have something in it, but I didn't find anybody else. So you can also choose people you follow. You can go through network invitations. Now this is another one on there through network invitations. It should bring up a list of people that want to add you. Okay, I see a few. Let's click one and see what information I get on them. I get pretty much what you saw in the profile, with other limited information, once again, all the white space. I can't believe there's nothing else involved in them, but it's possible, but we'll accept them. What happens? Does it go away? No, it drops them. So as you can see on the left, it drops them as I click accept, and it leaves the one open that I had. So we'll go ahead and get out of those, and we'll look at anything else. You can look at your own profile that's in there. Once again, not too much. I know my profile has more than that. I had a blog there, and I had other things, and I can't get that to go away, so you have to change views. So these are the community views. There's a lot more inside of these. As you can see, a ton of communities are out there. It's going to show you the ones you're part of first. It always goes to your own, which is good. It's a good start to have my own. We'll take a look at the Lotus Sphere community. Inside of that, now you can see there's some updates that are in there. You can leave the community as an action, which was one thing that you could do. There's really not much else there. So we're going to change communities real quick. One that has more information inside of it. We'll take a look. Now look, you can see files. You can see a few other things going on. There's one with a text. So we'll keep clicking it. And we'll click it. And what I was hoping was I'd be able to do something with it. I'm tapped away. Couldn't do anything. I was hoping it would open it or do something. I get the guy's business card, no picture, which is nice. But I couldn't do anything with it. And I was really anxious to do something with it. So I kept clicking on people and getting the business card. No picture of the person, but I could go to their profile and see. It made it kind of difficult, things I wanted to do. I was hoping for it. So I saw little arrows on the sides, a little more actions, and there wasn't anything I could do with those either. So you're really kind of stuck with an update of what they've done, but no action. I changed it to topics. Now you can see a little more information that's inside of a topic, which is nice, and you can reply there. No big deal. So we'll jump back to communities. You see the updates are there. I was really hoping for some more. So we'll go through a community and you can see there's all the different things. But if we go to files now I can click on a file and I can actually open one up and I can see the text. I would hope that that was linked from the other page, but it wasn't. No big deal. It's what you've got. But from there, you can download it. You can do things with it. You can follow it. You can do all the fun stuff. Activities. Once again, you start with My Activities. Really good to see. You're hoping for more information inside of them. You can click. It'll slide it over. It'll give you what's inside. From there, you can actually work with it. So you can actually do some other activities with it. Actions with it. You can see the sections, to-dos. You can actually go in and see who's the members of the activity itself. It'll let you know who the members are, which is nice to see. You can actually change the priority, medium and high. Not much else you can do. So good to know. So we'll get out of there. Let's jump over to blogs. Blog is your blogs. I don't know if it's ones you follow or ones you're part of. I couldn't figure out my blogs. I thought it would just be my blog, but I could see there wasn't. You can see the posts that are there. We'll select Collaboration Solutions had a more recent update. The one I chose before was like 2008. So there's a bunch more posts that you can see. Not bad. You can see the blog voting that they have on there, which is interesting that they have that on there. Bookmarks are what you'd expect. Your own bookmarks as well as public and private. If you hit the drop down, you can see there's public bookmarks. There's a lot of stuff in there. So I can see how this would be a little bit of work that you need to do. There's a ton of them that are in there, but it's good to see. So the bookmarks are accessible. Files, I didn't have any files. Go figure. I didn't even mess around with files anymore. Forums. There's a lot of forums that are out there. Public forums, ones you follow, ones you own. You can work with those. You can actually get into the forums themselves. As you can see, it's good to flash through, but with this amount of data, it could be hugely overwhelming for a person. And then lastly, wikis. I was curious about wikis and what you could do with them. So I selected one of the wikis and I chose the Lotusphere one. So it brings up the page. And I want you to notice the top of the screen. It shows you what wiki you're on and everything. But as I scroll, it goes away. So you see the whole page, but you lose navigation manageability. When you do it, I'd expect that to work with it, as to kind of move around that's on there. So once I got it back, I said, well, I wonder what you can see about the page. So I scrolled back. Once you get it back, you can actually then see, you can open it as a whole. You can copy it, which was good to know. But when I opened it, then I was able to open a drop-down, which didn't make sense. So I said, what about it? When was it changed? When was it update? Things like that. So I clicked About. Took a second. And once I saw the About, I could see when it was updated, how many page views it's had, how big it is, everything else. So the wiki one is very difficult to work with. I don't see that being a big piece. It was hard to navigate. It was hard to move with. Clicking the page button gave a weird sub-menu inside of it. I couldn't tell what was going on with it. So that's pretty much the majority of the client itself. As you can see, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in some of the other parts. But let's look in the bottom left. There was an action menu I saw. I'm sorry for the light a little bit there, but I clicked it, and it's where I do a status update. I could upload a photo or do a blog post, which was nice, but it's way down on the left and not up in the side menu. So we'll zoom up, and it brought up the ability to do a status update. So you can type. It's just what it is. It's very simple. Once again, I was surprised that it was all the way down in the far left corner. It was simple to do. It would show up in the streams and everything else. But I'd expect it to be higher in the menu options or maybe at the top, somewhere else that I'd be navigating to more, mainly because I have updates up there. Something near it that would say My Updates would make the most sense. That's what I would think inside of it. Then again, I could be horribly wrong. It's a very good possibility. Overall, it was responsive. Like I said, you do have to be connected. So keep aware of that as you go, that being connected is a major part of working with this interface and working with the UI. only allowing 2 accounts, I think, is a kind of restrictive. I'd expect more communities to be involved, and I may want to connect to more accounts overall. So I'd want to have, 4 or 5 possibly, depending on customers, depending on what about the IBM developer works, and then we have Bleed Yellow, and then we have Greenhouse, and then we have the others. So I expect there to be a little bit more there. Your own company may have an internal and external. It's possible. I doubt it, but it's possible. But the idea would be, if it says add accounts, I would think I could add more. I didn't find it in the preferences. I didn't find it in the actual preferences for the iPad itself. I went in there and saw Connections as an app, but there was nothing I could do with it there. So overall, pretty responsive, great UI enhancements, good changes they have from it. A few more things we could hope for in the future, but everyone, if you don't have it now, go out and get it. It's free in the App Store. Download it, install, and connect up, and find me on the Greenhouse.